You know, we're just talking in the break here about, you know, I haven't heard Romney give a real strong. He's not the guy, at least in the campaign, to give an evil empire speech.
Right.
Because that's not who he is. However, if you look at his record, he is the guy who gets the evil empire dismantled. You know what I mean? He does the tough things, but I think he's one of these CEO guys that just is so slick. He'll never say the stupid things that Obama says once in a while. You know, like, hey, 67 borders, what I meant was,
yeah.
What? And I mean, is that, am I putting too much?
No, I think you're right. You know, Governor Romney has a lot of strengths, but I think what you're basically talking about is he hasn't really proven over the 8 years he's been out there campaigning of connecting with people. Right?
I'm the only one in the room that can get away with saying it. He's a Mormon. He's vanilla. He's like, golly, gee willikers, it's going to be great. Let's just go and let's just have a chat. I mean, that's who he is. And that's very exciting in Salt Lake City. The rest is like, okay, well, that's not so exciting. Now, none of you guys can say it, or you're all bigots, but I can say that.
You get to know Senator Mike Lee. I think he's a little bit more fired up than that.
It's true. It's true. Okay, didn't get to yours.
So I would say that he needs to show something real, personal. I mean, he has to connect with the voters out there. And, you know, he is the turnaround guy, but people know he's the business guy. People know, but they want to know that he also cares about them. And it's not just numbers.
I mean, and
I think and how do you do that? It's not. But I want to pick up on what Jim said, because this is the second thing. So at the same time, you're trying to be somebody you connect to. Barack Obama has a very short fuse.
Yes.
Barack Obama is someone you can get under his skin
that fast,
and because he has a very high opinion of himself, as you see in his speeches. Mitt Romney should not be afraid to unload if the opportunity is there, and stay on it. Do not back down. Stay on it, because I think you will. The American public will see a side of Barack Obama that the media hides from the public, and that is someone who is not all smiles and nice and pleasant, and someone who reads his teleprompter well. This is a real opportunity for Mitt Romney to expose the Obama that we all, those of us who've had the opportunity to serve, know is there.
And the way I would do what Rick just said is by dismissing him at times. Almost what Ronald Reagan did with Jimmy Carter. There you go again. But by dismissing him, if you know anything about, and I'm not saying that Barack Obama has anything in common with people like Hugo Chavez or Castro, but when you dismiss somebody who is used to not getting questioned by anyone, and everyone around them is a sycophant, it drives them out of their mind, and they get angry quickly.
Yes, yes. I mean, there have been stories about Obama going through depression recently. His entire life, not just since he's been president, his entire life, every place he has shown up, he's gotten a standing ovation. He's liberal and he's half black. So, we adore him. Let's make him head of the Harvard Law Review and accept him from Occidental to Columbia and then Harvard. And now with the media giving him a standing ovation no matter what he does, I doubt he will get very many hard questions. I think the moderators, as they did before when he was in the primary against Hillary, will be asking him if his parents would be proud while asking Mitt Romney complicated economic questions. So Mitt Romney may need to put some questions directly to Barack Obama himself. Okay,
let me go to Adam, because I want to switch this one last time to now people.
Sure.
People getting involved. I don't know what the phone banks are like. I don't know the door-to-door stuff. But what strikes me is there's a lot of people who have started working while Bush was in office, asking questions about George W. Bush. I know I was one of them. Right. And saying something's wrong here. And now here you have a cataclysmic opportunity or disaster on the horizon. And I'm wondering if people are like, well, I'm not really that passionate about that guy. How can they get involved?
Well, the first thing I always start with, there was a great article the other day in the Wall Street Journal, and it talked about, you look at all the hundreds of millions of dollars that's been spent on television ads, how it's probably not done very much at all. But what has been doing a lot from the very beginning of this movement, the Tea Party movement, the Patriot movement, whatever you want to call it, was that trust and that authentic trust that you get from your next door neighbor. And when you hear something from your next door neighbor, this is the person who helps you find your dog when the dog's lost, and this person is like, our country is in crisis, this is what I think we need to do in this election, and they hear from you, that is far more powerful than any television ad.
Okay.